For ACUSports.com, I'm Grant Boone with head baseball coach Britt Bonneau as his season gets started in a week and a half against Sparty, Michigan State. We'll talk about that in just a second. You've got some new faces as players, but let's start with your new assistant coaches. Tell us about them and what they bring to the table.
Well, we have Greg Evans, who's come in from the University of Houston. He's also spent 9 years up at Oklahoma State and 10 years at Texas Tech. What he's bringing us to us is from a recruiting standpoint. He's been doing a Division I recruiting type I don't know what you call it, but it's just it's basically you're all in, and it's a way that every single day we meet on our recruiting. We meet about what we need to change, what we like about our teams, how we're going to build the next team that's coming in. And
you told me most of those meetings take place by phone because he's out recruiting.
Well, that is true, and it's just one of those things that he's teaching us as a coaching staff what we should be looking for. And so we're just getting ourselves ready for the future. He also brings he's a high energy guy that brings a lot of energy to our practices. He sure has changed the way we go about that. I think it's helped our coaching staff there as well. But overall, 33 years ago he recruited me to come to college and play for him, and it's just it's like a little reunion there, but a lot of fun and a lot of excitement going on out there on the field. So it's good to have him. And then Mark Jones, who a lot of us know back in the days when he was the head coach at West Texas A&M. He's in here helping us as our volunteer, and so he's doing a lot of our operation stuff for us and helping us with our camps and doing things like that we needed help on. And so, like I said, we're excited to have these two guys to help me and Coach Flanders, and looking forward to starting the season.
This will be one of your most veteran teams. You bring back some third and fourth year guys. I'm thinking of guys like Russell Crippen and Aaron Draper, and you bring back a guy in Mark Pearson, who last year as a freshman started every game for you at shortstop.
Well, we do, and then you had the two Lambrights, Brandon and Austin, as far as our pitching staff, along with Drew Hansen. I mean, I really like those three guys and what they bring because they know our league. Mm-hmm. And so being the fourth year going into this, we kind of have an understanding of what each team is like. Having a guy at shortstop like we used Pearson last year, I think he started every game for us there. He's really improved. He's gotten bigger and stronger, which is what we needed to do. Of course, Derek Scott, another returner, he's healthy this year, and so we're looking forward to having a healthy Derek out there. That's going to help us offensively. Then we got some key transfers that came in that we really feel like are going to help us out. Keaton Brewer, who's pitched the last 2 years at University of New Orleans. He graduated from there, decided to transfer here and get his master's, and that's really been a bonus for us because he's going to be a guy who not only does he know the league, but his leadership has been great out there. And then Luis Trevino, a transfer from Navarro Junior College, big-time hitter for us, 3-4 hole guy that is a true D1 hitter that's really going to help Crippen and Draper and those guys, because if he hits in between those two guys, I think it's really going to help them get some pitches that they like.
He was a bit of a surprise get. I mean, you were thrilled to get him, I know, Trevino.
Well, absolutely. We got him late. He was a University of Houston transfer, and Coach Evans was able to there were some things that just didn't go right down there with transcripts, and so it opened up for us, and we got his transcripts here that went through here, and so we were able to get him, and it's guys like that we're going to need to get and help us win games. And so that was a big get for us, and it really is going to help us out. Like I said, offensively, we're somewhere that we lacked last year.
It's a heck of a schedule you've put together once again in this, the fourth and final year of the transition to Division I, and you begin with what, at least to me, feels like one of the storied programs in all of collegiate athletics, not in any one particular sport even, but Michigan State. You hear that and you think Spartans in the green and white.
Well, it was funny how that kind of worked out. Coach Boss calls me, hey, we would like to take a trip down south. We've heard great things about your program, great things about the facility. Can we get this something worked out? And so we've been working on that for a couple of years and finally got it down. And then, of course, we got our new field in. And so that just kind of has spread the word for some northern teams to come down here in the future. We haven't played a Big Ten team before, so, don't really know kind of the style that they play up there. We've seen the Indianas who have played in the College World Series, and, they could swing the bat a little bit. Michigan State finished in the top 4 last year, I think they ended up with like 32 wins, so they're a very solid team, like all those teams up there are. And so, we're working real hard to make sure our defense is where it needs to be, and our pitching staff is deep enough that we can go through a 4-game series against those guys, and so we're looking forward to the competition again. And of course, the end of the year, we're going to go to Corvallis and play Oregon State. And so our two bookends, if you call it that, pretty tough teams. 4-game series that it's going to kind of start and finish this last transition year for us and get us ready for 2018.
But you've liked that the last 4 years. You've done that. You think it's made you better?
Well, it's made us better as coaches. It's made us better as players. We got the off factor out of our system. It's helped us out recruiting because we needed some type of an edge there just to get kids to come here. But going forward, obviously, when you have conference tournaments now at the end of the year, and you're trying to look at RPI stuff, our schedule's going to change a little bit. But it's always fun to go head-to-head with the big guys.
Another season of ACU baseball begins a week from Friday, the first of a 3-game series against the Spartans of Michigan State. You can catch those games right here on ACUsports.com. For Coach Britt Bonneau, I'm Grant Boone.